What's your sense, Mike, of what you witnessed yesterday based on this 4-game series so far, Mike?
Number one, Indiana has an incredible amount of confidence all of a sudden. It's amazing how quickly a series can turn. And number two, the Knicks had absolutely nothing yesterday. They've responded to double-digit deficits over and over again. They were gassed. You could tell. The question going forward is, for the Knicks, was it a one-game thing where all the minutes just piled up and it was just a bad day? Or are they really depleted in terms of energy because of all the kind of minutes and energy that they put in throughout these playoffs and even towards the end of the regular season? So it's going to be fascinating to see. One thing for sure is the Pacers really feel that they can win this series now and they can win in New York because they played great basketball in those two games. But it just goes to show you, Rich, how unbelievable these series can be. If Andrew Nembhard doesn't hit that shot at the end of Game 3, it's 3-0 probably, and the Knicks have a commanding lead. But he hits that shot, all of a sudden they come out and play their best game of the playoffs in Game 4, and now you've got yourself a real slugfest.
Well, if anybody's had a front row seat, you have literally had one to the conversation involving Tom Thibodeau's rotation and how he pushes the pedal to the metal and whether that is a fair assessment of it. I mean, Charles Barkley was very critical on TNT prior to the Nuggets and the Timberwolves game last night, saying it's just going to catch up to the Knicks and whether it has right now. I'll give you the floor on that. It's taken years. I mean, obviously it goes back to Thibodeau's Bulls days as well. I'll give you the floor on that, Mike.
Well, on this particular Knick team, you can say he needs to play his bench more. Well, his bench is playing right now. His bench is starting. When you think of the overall lineup that they had, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, and now OG Anunoby, that's 3 starters right there. So you've got guys, for example, Josh Hart and Dante DiVincenzo. They were coming off the bench when the season began. Now, obviously, roles have changed. But it's not, Rich, it's not just the minutes. Because guys can play minutes, but it's the responsibility that they have in those minutes, doing more than they were expected to, doing more than they've done in the past. And you can get away with that over certain stretches, but sometimes it does catch up to you. I mean, Dante DiVincenzo has been magnificent. He's had a career year, but he's not used to having the pressure of coming up and scoring 25 a night, and especially against any team that is now in playoff mode defensively. Pacers have not been a great defensive team all season, but they are playing as hard defensively now in the playoffs like most teams do, and the best defense I've seen them play all year. So it does catch up. Now, there are a lot of players. Look at Luka Doncic. He's playing about 42, 43 minutes, and he's banged up as well. For the Knicks to win, for them to have a chance to win, these players have to play these kind of minutes right now.
Yeah, and it's just, not to turn you into Woj, everyone has a lane here, but what's your sense of OG Anunoby's ability to play in this series? I mean, hamstrings are fickle beasts. Mike, what do you think?
Yeah. Rich, I don't think it's close right now. He hasn't done any on-court workout. He's been doing pool work. He's getting treatment 3-4 times a day. So they're doing their best to get him in. But I don't think he's going to play tomorrow. I'd be surprised even if he played Friday. Maybe towards the weekend there's a chance. But right now, from what I've heard in the previous couple of days, he's not close. And that's huge, not only because he's the best defensive player, but he has now started to become an integral part of the offense, and they've needed that. When Julius Randle went down, that's a lot of points. That's 25 points a night. And DiVincenzo and Hart and McBride have done a magnificent job of filling in and each being a part of trying to get those points. But again, every single night it's hard, and Anunoby was a part of that as well. So, and this is not to take anything away from the Pacers. They have been great. But this team, what they've accomplished being this shorthanded, again, the end of the regular season to get that 2 seed, and now is pretty incredible.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.